I would take this car over a 991 GT3 any day. And I'm telling you, when this car gets to $75,000, I'm gonna buy one.
And we can both say that.
Yeah, we both had 911 GT3s. Windows down, that's third, that's second. Oh my God, are you kidding? Shift lights. There's a heads-up display as well. It's really, really nice. All right, fam, take a look at that shadow PPF with the black housing for the headlights. That looks insane. Yeah, Drew's recommendation was fantastic. And if you guys are also wondering why my screen looks different, it's because Drew applied a custom cut of the satin XPEL PPF onto the screen. Oh, this car, guys, the black and red, and probably some more gold accents coming, but it all ties into each other really nicely. I still haven't taken off that piece. And there's so much room in here. And guess what's peeking back there, guys? The C8 Z06. Look at that. Two legendary cars with black and red specs. Look at this. I feel like a kid in the candy store. Yeah, I still can't get over the shadow line headlights, guys, with the shadow PPF now. All right, guys, Drew's getting in his Z06 right now. Take it out to the cul-de-sac, let it warm up. This thing looks absolutely gorgeous. Got Timmy Turner's Adventures here. Always a good time. Shout out Timmy. Oh, it looks great in the sunshine. And look at that thing, guys. You can tell from the center exit quadruple exhaust that is a Z06. Alright, fam, so Drew is piloting his Z06. As you can tell, it's got a beautiful black and red spec. Stitching goes throughout the cabin. It's really beautiful. Show you the Z06 badge right there. You can hear the engine so much more than the base C8. And this is a great cul-de-sac here for us to kind of let it warm up. Not do donuts, guys.
Nobody's ever done donuts here.
No, never, guys, never. Why would we? No, but seriously, don't do it because there's like a federal agency.
Oh no, they were here, they're gone now.
Yeah, oh. Yeah, so let's get out of the car, guys, talk a little bit about it. And is it a push button right here? Sweet. So on the door, in the sunshine, what you can see, guys, is a beautiful leather with red leather stitching across everything. It has the Bose Performance Series sound system, lock and unlock, and then this is what you click to actually get out. So I'm gonna carefully get out. It is super wide. I actually think this is wider than the regular Corvette. And this is the engine. Look at that thing. Look at that thing, signed. What is that guy's name? Brian Hooray. Brian Murray. Wow.
Nice job so far.
How many miles are on the car, Drew?
5,600.
5,600? Yep. What was the break-in service? What mileage was that?
500's the break-in, and then 1,500 before you track it. So for street use, 500. For track use, 1,500.
All right, guys. So 500 for street use, 1,500 for track use. That's a very low break-in period, I would say. 500 miles. But they probably really don't want you hammering on the car for those 500 miles, right? Was the tachometer limited in the first 500 miles?
Yeah.
What's the red line now on this thing?
8,600.
8,600 for a V8,
yep.
naturally aspirated. Let's talk numbers. Is it 600 horsepower?
670.
670 horsepower.
Yeah. And I actually, they were doing a dyno day at a shop, and I just for fun put it on the dyno, and it did just under 600 to the tire.
Holy hell, just under 600 to the tire. sounds like an M4 competition. But this actually has more power.
Actually, fun fact, G80 with a plug-in, not an
like a JB4?
Tune, yeah,
JB4?
It wasn't a JB4, but it was something like that.
Yeah.
Neck and neck.
Neck and neck.
I don't know from experience.
Do you know what the weight is of the car?
36, I think.
3,600 pounds. So the G80s are pushing 4,000. It's a beautiful day to take her out. To open the door, it's actually a hinge underneath, so you check that out. There you go. And look how driver focused this thing is, guys. Everything pointed towards the driver. You really feel like you're in a fighter jet. I actually prefer this coupe and this layout to any other sports car because you basically feel like the car is yours to drive. It's not the passengers to mess with at all.
And you really feel that way as a passenger.
Yeah,
you
and the passenger
really secluded.
The passengers second thought, you know what I mean? The secondary thought.
My favorite part about Corvettes is even the coupe has a target top that is removable.
Very nice.
So it goes in the trunk and you get that open air feeling, but it doesn't look like a convertible.
That's awesome. Yeah, looking at the car, you wouldn't know that it's convertible. If we take the top off, it'll be too windy, but maybe another time, guys. Yeah. Today, we'll just ride around with the hard top off, and you can tell, you'll be able to tell what the experience is like. People are probably wondering, you know, is it noisy? If it's, you know, a hard top that you remove, I think it's going to be great. If it does pop up. I would take this car over a 991 GT3 any day. And I'm telling you, when this car gets to $75,000, I'm going to buy one.
And we can both say that.
Yeah, we both had 911 GT3s. And Drew decided to put a sound system in his. That's okay. That's okay. Wow, it looks so good, guys. All right, before we get started, guys, this is a ton of space. Let me put my hand in here. Look at that. And not only do you get space in the back, Drew's opening up the front, you have space in the front. So this could definitely do a Costco trip.
I wouldn't get any paper towels or toilet paper, but
yeah, that's true. Yeah. The big packaged goods, probably not. And Drew showed me, GM sent him a model of this that was, it's like a metal model. It's pretty hard, right? Yep, like it's heavy.
It's on like this glass plate that has the VIN number on it.
Oh yeah.
And every C8 gets one.
Insane.
If you buy it new.
If you buy it, yeah.
Yep.
But that's a really nice thing. It's one of those things that makes you remember a car even more. So let's talk wheels. These are 20s in the front,
21s in the back.
21s in the back.
Yep.
That's kind of crazy.
And I think they're 345s. Yeah. 345
width. That is insane. We had a big body Mercedes-Benz 3-row SUV and it had 325s. This is a 345. This thing looks so fly. We're gonna start in stealth mode, so this way you guys are gonna get a sense of what the car sounds like with its different exhaust notes and exhaust modes. That sounded like stealth. Oh yeah. That's insane. Drew, is this modified? No. Oh my god.
Easy. Yeah. And like the echo sounded nuts.
Yep.
All right, I decided to tell you that.
Right.
Sorry for interrupting.
Yep, we'll be back.
All good.
All right, bye.
Guys, that was Timmy Turner's Adventures. He heard the car in track mode, had to say something. So we have a digital reverse mirror because guess what? There's an engine behind us. So,
once you get used to it, it's hard at first, but it's actually really nice.
Oh yeah.
The only time I don't use it is when the top's off, if like the sun's coming in.
Maybe this PPF would be pretty sick. I don't know if you want to do something like that.
PPF everything.
So I got my foot on the brake.
So yeah, before we go, I'll give you the rundown.
Absolutely.
So, right now I have you in what's called My Mode.
Mm-hmm.
So this car has, I think like 4 different modes.
Very cool.
There's the mode selector here, a little turn dial.
Yogan, yeah.
So this is Tour.
Nice.
So My Mode's fully programmable. So you can, that's your like default when you start the car.
Sweet.
I have it everything comfort, exhaust all the way loud. And tour modes, everything is in tour, which is like a softer setting. Then you have sport mode.
Yep.
You can see all the adjustments here. And then
Very
you have
nice.
track mode, everything full. I don't ever put it in track mode because the suspension is just too stiff for the street.
Yeah. The graphics are very nice. It's not something I would expect from a Corvette.
Every mode has like a different kind of picture thing.
Oh yeah, this is pretty sick. It's entertaining.
So
that's
we'll
cool.
start off in my mode and do some like just auto driving, and then when you're ready to do manual stuff like paddle shifting, the Z mode is kind of like in the BMWs, the M button.
Yep.
We don't get two of them, but you press the Z mode.
Whew.
That's another
It's another mode, yeah.
So I basically have, you can see here, the steering's in sport, suspension's in comfort, the engine management's in sport, the sound is in track, brakes are in sport.
Nice.
And
what
it has fully programmable traction control.
Oh, okay.
I just
that's
leave it
fully
on.
on. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
It lets you get away with a little bit.
Yeah.
Like if you hit the gas, you'll feel a little kick. I don't need any more than that.
The car feels like a race car. It's rumbling, it's vibrating. The engine is right behind you, similar to a GT3 a little bit, but this feels a little bit more raw. Yeah.
It gives you all the emotion, and they're really big on that. The guy that was the head of like the Corvette team, he basically said like, if you want a comfortable, quiet car, buy something else. So, but it's still very composed. Like you could totally drive this every day if you wanted to.
Absolutely. So let's get out of Z mode. We'll start in my mode.
And when you do want to do paddle shifting, we'll go into Z, and then
hit M.
You'll hit the M, and that'll leave you in manual.
Very sick. So before we get going, I'm going to keep the foot on the brake, hold both paddles back.
Yeah, you're in park, so you don't even need to put your foot on the brake.
Oh, okay.
You pull both paddles, and that'll put you into neutral, and you can kind of give it like a...
I think I probably have to get out of park, sorry.
To rev it?
Oh, yeah. To get it into neutral.
No, it'll let you do it in park.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Woo! All right. So let's get going. We're in drive. We're in my mode.
Yep.
So the suspension should be in the softer settings.
Yeah, everything's basically kind of comfy, but the exhaust is fully open.
We're in automatic, so it will shift for us. So you guys are getting a sense for comfortable shifting around town, you know?
And these cars can come with an axle lift. This one does not have it. So
okay, so we'll take this kind of as comfortably.
The stock ride height's not too hard to deal with.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as low as your car.
True. Oh, just the noise of it. And this is a dual clutch transmission. You know me, guys. Put that thing in Z mode.
If you want manual, just press the M there.
It was holding the gear at a higher rev, which makes a lot of sense.
So now you're fully manual.
Fully manual.
It will not shift for you.
Have you come to a stop in second gear before?
It'll just downshift to first.
Okay.
It'll shift down, it won't shift up.
Let's see if it does. Okay, it shifted down, guys. That's one thing. The non-dual clutch transmissions can generally come to a stop in second gear. You have shift lights. Oh, a little shift pop.
And in the owner's manual, they're very adamant about not, as they call, lugging the engine.
Yeah.
So if you're at a low RPM, don't floor it.
Yeah.
Downshift to an appropriate RPM
and then floor it.
And then go. It's not good for any car really to...
The steering is super firm. There's a shitload of weight in the steering wheel.
And this isn't even this isn't even the sportier steering setting.
I know there's a bump here, so we'll take this as well as possible. So we're in second gear. We're building the RPM slowly. It's 3,000. Goes all the way up. I'm gonna shift at 5,000 here. Woo! Little pop, little snap, and that's stock. Woo!
And if you go up by the house down here, and you can keep going straight, and then when we get to the house down, we'll make a left.
Okay.
And that'll kind of take us on like a big loop.
Little burble at the end there as we shifted into second.
And
I generally,
go ahead. If you learn how to, like, as you're slowing down, you don't want to do it like while you're on the brake, but like just keep your foot like just gently gently on the gas pedal, it'll like do that burble continuously.
Drew's getting into some advanced techniques for Z06 owners, guys. The shifting is so fast. It's the ZF 8-speed in the M4 is never going to be this fast. This is crazy.
The only time it gets confused is like if you're like on the gas and you go to downshift, the car's not like prepared for that because it thinks you're accelerating.
Wow. Wow. Of course, the throttle response is going to be linear. There's no boost that's going to kick you in the ass, which is a good thing because the sound builds also in a linear sense, and it's at 8,600 RPM. I can only imagine how good that sounds.
Make a left at this light here. And this car has massive blind spots, so you can always rely on the, I wouldn't say rely, but always check the blind spot if you're merging the monitor.
We're going left here?
It's red.
Oh, good call. That would have been tunnel vision. It's one of those things I'm so focused on making the turn and avoiding the traffic. So have you set this up personally, your Z mode with the tire pressure and the oil temperature?
You can configure each one of those blocks.
Super sick. This is going to help get the dash. Oh, okay, yep. Very nice. You can see your audio, maintenance.
And that screen is their track display. So they have like 3 or 4 different displays that you can choose from.
Very nice. And you can simplify if you don't want to see everything. Super cool. Does any map ever get onto this screen, or is it always kind of performance information?
I don't know, to be honest with you. It's so like close here, I've never really tried to see if it would.
Is this volume control? It's super nice to have a tactile feel for volume control. This is your air vent controls. I love that they have a digital display for what temperature the car is at.
If you want cooled seats.
Cooled seats. Yeah. And so this is passenger, this is driver. So you guys can see 72 on the passenger, 72 on the driver. Yeah, I mean, it feels great in here. If you compare this to a Supra, which is also cramped, this feels better than the Supra. The Supra does not give you this driver feeling of being isolated from the passenger.
Well, it feels crammed in here, but in a like purposeful way.
Yeah,
like,
purposeful.
Some cars are like crammed, but they're just small. Like they're just crammed. There's nothing good about it.
The Supra feels crammed and cheap. This feels premium. Like these materials.
No squeaks or rattles or anything.
No, this feels really well built. I was telling Drew we could maybe do like a satin PPF on the digital screen in sunlight when you take the top off.
And there's even another trim above this. So this is a 2LZ is what it's called. The 3LZ this is synthetic leather right here. This would all be real leather. They would have some fancy stitching here. This would all be Alcantara.
I think synthetic leather is the best long-term option.
It's more durable.
I don't think the full leather would hold up to having a convertible in the sun.
They have big issues with that.
Yeah.
That's why most people look for the 2LZ, because it gives you all of the equipment. Like the cooled seats and like all the fancy stuff. But none of the problems with the leather dash.
Guys, just feel the upshifts.
On that thing.
Their hood popped?
Yeah.
So they can't see right now?
It's not like up all the way, but it's like unlatch.
Are we going straight here?
Yeah, just keep going straight.
Okay, sweet.
There's a better straightaway down here a little bit.
Feels excellent, guys. This is 5th gear. Oh, you can feel the car so nicely.
The mid-engine makes a difference.
Oh my God. You can feel the grip in every corner of the car. The front end is super sharp. The steering is heavy, but as soon as you put it where you want, the front end is there. There's very minimal body roll. When you have an engine in the front, the engine has engine mounts, and the engine mounts are battling with you as the car is kind of rolling over surfaces. When it's in the back, you feel planted at all times. You're not trying to battle with the engine mounts. So you 4th gear, yeah. That's 3rd gear.
Probably do another one. I can definitely tell you weren't all the way in it.
No, no. I'm not gonna go all the way into the car that.
Make a left here. I was like, we're revving out, but that doesn't feel.
And guys, just the way I am, I like to come to a stop in second gear. It's just saving a shift for the car. It just lets it kind of do it in the most comfortable way.
And if you need to start moving again, it's just smoother in second than first.
Although this is not lurchy at all, we can make that.
Yeah, it would be all right. No cop, no stop. Paintball Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Second and third gear in this car is just heavenly, honestly. And this is the softest suspension settings. It feels really good.
In the Z mode, it's probably in
one more.
No,
one
it
more?
actually might still be in comfort or tour is what they call it.
If you want to adjust the individual settings, is there a mode to bring up that setup menu or anything like that?
You go into the settings.
Go in the settings.
Or it'll let you, like, when you're selecting the mode.
Let's see if I can see what we got here. B06 Haas.
Little boomer chat. You can make a left right up here.
Oh yeah, that burp was super nice. This feels like a race car, dude. Oh man, we'll go to AMP or something. Hopefully Drew keeps this for a little bit longer.
I think it's gonna be around for a little bit.
Good, yeah. Oh man, I would fall in love with this every time I drive it.
There's a walkway up here, so you just want to be mindful if people are running around.
The amount of time that it would take you to get to redline in second gear from that low RPM level is insane. So you're enjoying it for so long.
Well, when you're fully in it, it's quicker than you think.
That's true. I'm holding back.
Power carries you there.
I'm holding back.
And you could hear, like, every mechanical noise.
Oh yeah, you really
like
can.
None of that's hidden from you.
It feels like non-assisted steering. It feels like mechanical steering.
Got a little ZL1 up here. What we got going on?
Look at that, guys. Mean as hell. That's also a peak car for like now $50,000–$40,000.
That one's probably a little more if it's a 1LE.
True.
I didn't get a good hard look at it. But
They've been in the 60s range for a while. But that's simply an insane car for the money. If they could take the dual clutch transmission from this and put it in the ZL1, oh my god.
I don't think the LT4 is responsive enough. It's a push rod V8, which is good in its own right.
Guys, I am literally in love already. I'm gonna be looking at Z06s online,
and then having
as soon as I get
having
home.
the Tesla as a daily is the perfect like ground.
There you go.
When I was dailying this, I hate to say that, like, anything you overuse, you're gonna get used to.
Absolutely.
And it got a little stale, and so I got the Tesla. And now every time I get in it, it's like race car.
So we have multiple cameras here, guys. We have a front camera for the car wash or parking in the front. This, I wonder if it'll stay on. I mean, you have the rear camera, but this is more of a wide angle. Okay, as soon as we started rolling, it didn't go. Should we go straight, left?
Yeah, straight would not be good.
Ran that red, but it's okay.
Hitting all the yellows today.
Where are we going here? Straight?
Yeah, you go straight.
Okay. The noises are insane, dude. This feels like such a race car, and it feels more refined than the GT3. The GT3, the 991, kind of felt like it was gonna fall apart at some point, but it never did, and this just doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart.
We also have that mental stigma of, like, they blow up.
Oh yeah, you know, true. The engine near
back
of your head, yep.
This thing's got plenty of warranty on it, so
93 octane only. 15-gallon tank? How many gallons do you think this
I don't know
takes?
the exact number. I want to say I've put close to 18 gallons in this thing before.
Nice.
I think it's a pretty decent size.
Oh yeah, and that's something you want in a sports car. The
Not that
M4
it matters, but the gas mileage is horrible.
Yeah, the mileage, that's fine.
It's horrible.
But you don't want to. I would prefer an extended fuel range tank in any sports car. The M4 has a 15-gallon tank.
That's where Porsche wins.
Yeah,
you can
that
get
option.
The extended range tank.
All right, guys, windows down. That's third. That's second. Oh my God! Are you kidding? Shift lights. There's a heads-up display as well. It's really, really nice. Do you guys hear that? The induction noise? Sounds like we're in a spaceship. All naturally aspirated. G-Wagon is slow as hell. Oh God, dude, third gear. You can cruise in third gear. The RPM range is so wide to get all the way up to 8,600. Insane. Do you know what that green light, that green car
It has
means?
something to do with like the distance you are from the car in front of you.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the exact.
Does it have the collision warning or collision system, anything like that?
It'll tell you. It's never like braked for me because I've never gotten that.
Yeah.
There have been times where a car like slams on its brakes and it'll like tell me that, you know, hey, you're closing the gap pretty quick.
Oh yeah, you can. I just love the whine, and then I'm slightly on the throttle, and you can hear the burble.
Yep.
Luckily we got the light this time, guys. I'll keep my window down so you guys can hear it, and also the GoPro doesn't overheat. You can put yours down as well, as whatever you like. Oh my goodness. Brakes feel solid as well, 100%.
Yeah, and these are the base steel brakes.
Yeah.
No carbon ceramic or anything.
Just to give you guys a sense, I'll drop this into first. My goodness. See, I had to check my mirror for the blind spot. Now, on the PDK, you can send it 2 upshifts very quickly. Have you ever seen or tried that with this transmission? Okay. It's one of those things that each transmission has their own quirks.
They claim that they like modeled it after a PDK, but there's no transmission like a PDK. Like, they did a really nice job.
They did a fantastic job.
The PDK, you could go in any direction at any time and it's just going to do it.
So we do have steering mounted controls for volume, which is great. This really controls this screen. I think you're gonna have to generally touch this screen to maneuver around it, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
That's fine. And this is an Android Auto right now?
This is Apple CarPlay.
Apple CarPlay. So that must be Siri.
Google.
Oh, it's Google, and it's built in Google. Sweet, okay. So the Chevy built-in system uses Google.
Yep, all new like Chevrolets, and they all do that.
Dude, what an experience. Let's go left here. Are we getting, oh, Going back to the shop, this left, right?
Yep.
Yeah, back on McFarland. See, that would be an habit of mine. If I look left, I'm gonna double check by looking in the mirror, you know what I'm saying?
And they have these like blind spots.
Oh yeah.
So if those are yellow, it's like don't move.
I'm gonna put this down just a little bit. And it's quite a lot actually that went to automatic. Let's see if I can get into the main car system, guys. And I'll probably turn that down a little bit. So we have Apple CarPlay, cameras, Google Assistant, which is built in, phone, probably Bluetooth, the map, which is the factory map, which uses Google Maps. That's super cool. That's super, super cool. I love that. Audio, let's see if there's any built-in applications. Does it have like Spotify built in at all, or
No,
you're using through your phone essentially?
CarPlay, yeah.
Gotcha. Very cool.
Yeah, that's the difference between this and the Teslas. The Tesla is just like every app
Everything.
individually, because it doesn't have CarPlay.
We have a performance data recorder, PDR. You can have a video overlay if you want. Super cool.
Yeah, I don't have the SD card in it, but
No, yeah. So SD card to export the footage if you want. Very, very cool. Google News, podcasts, Alexa, Wi-Fi hotspot. I wonder if the car has its own Wi-Fi. That's cool.
it does.
Probably does.
Yeah, you have to pay for it.
Ah,
I
yeah,
don't
makes
think I do.
sense. No worries. Valet mode, motion sensor, teen driver.
That's crazy on a Z06.
Teen driver. Buckle to drive, that's cool.
It's really
Focus on the road
annoying
now.
because when that's on, it won't let you put it in drive unless your seatbelt's buckled. So like if you're just moving it in the
Oh, yeah.
parking lot or
Yeah.
in your driveway.
Oh. The joke is the Corvette drivers have New Balances, but in a Z06 I'm rocking Air Force Ones. Actually, I have New Balances on.
That's very fitting.
That's what,
Yeah.
I just thought about that. I either wear Air Force Ones or New Balances, so I'm in between the two groups. I don't have black Air Force Ones though, and I went to my high school prom with white Air Force Ones, so that was pretty sweet. Oh, thank you so much, Drew.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
What a fantastic experience. You know, this car would look menacing in satin black PPF, so if he ever gets tired of it, I think it's an easy way to freshen
I
up
want
the
to do
look.
it really bad. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
I like all the traffic's just going with the.
I like how it's a pinwheel in the front.
Cadillac screwed us up here.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, you would absolutely demolish tracks in this car. Oh, look at that. Oh, little do people know that Drew was considering a Porsche Carrera T,
Yep.
which is an alternative to a GT3. Honestly, it's a lightweight performance
An
model.
enthusiast version of the Carrera, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
already an enthusiast car, so it's kind of
It's like an OEM plus Sunday driver. Just kidding.
it's just not as like visceral as this is.
This is so visceral, it's crazy.
It's out there, man. Don't let us get in your way.
I guess for me, it would just be making sure that I keep it high in the rev range, which I'm getting used to. The car wants to live at a higher RPM,
Yep.
and I'm not accelerating fast from the lower RPMs, but I have to get over my mental block that the car wants to be at a higher RPM.
Yeah, it's opposite of your car.
Do you want me to come all the way around or take this left?
I would just go that way,
Yeah, no problem.
just in case somebody's like coming around the corner hot or something.
So we're riding on 20 inches in the front, guys, 20-inch wheels, 21s in the back. Feels very nice. I'm sure you could do a smaller wheel if you wanted, but you know, now everything is big wheels, big tires. Does this have a factory adjustable coilover setup? Or oh wow, very nice. Yeah. So has that been adjusted at all, or it's kind of where it originally was at?
Factory right now.
All right.
I want to, but I don't want to scrape everything.
I'll just keep it right here for now. Let you adjust whatever you need.
That'll work.
Thank you so much, brother.
Absolutely.
That was amazing.
If you leave it in Z mode, then when you turn it off and then turn it back on, it defaults to tour.
Oh,
so if you want the loud startup, you have to put it back in my mode.
Okay. And how do I put it into quiet mode now, or do you want it to start up loud?
This is good.
Cool, cool, cool. And turning it off?
Just press the off button.
Oh, okay. Kind of hidden,
Yep.
but very nice.
Yep.
What's good, fam? Coming live from Precision Window Tint and Film in Alpharetta. The rear bumper PPF is on. The front bumper PPF is on. We were able to also polish the taillights and the gloss black trim, which was a little scuffed up. So here's the front bumper done. Drew recommended doing a shadow PPF on the headlights, and I think it looks sick. You guys are gonna see more of that in the content coming soon when the lights are on. So the car will be here for a little bit. You remember there was a big rock chip here on the hood, completely gone. That is the beauty of PPF. And then this passenger side is getting full PPF. That is to come. Car looks gorgeous, guys. And guess what is also here? This is Drew's C8 Z06. That's right. One of the best sports cars ever made. Look at that spec, red and black. And just to prove that it is the Z06, there it is. That center exit quadruple exhaust. What a gorgeous car, guys.